We've got some good old Ocarina of Time randomizer here. Featured on here, we have Jimbo versus Protinidos, but there are several others in the room.
Yep. We have a 36 entrant race today, so big one. This is the third qualifier for the SGL 2024 online tournament. Yeah, I know race 1 I was a participant in, and it was AD. I didn't see what Qual 2 had in store, but...
It was also
we'll
AD.
Oh, God. Okay, so it's just Oops all AD, the tournament, and here we go.
Oh, it looks like they're both gonna go for... yep, it's definitely the song, which is Serenade.
Yep.
So it looks like Brote's going child, whereas Jimbo is going to stay adult.
Yeah. Rotinder is a man after my own heart with an early child. So this tournament does have an interesting set of settings. Usually in these races you start with one dungeon reward. But...
Goron City and Temple of Time. I think the last one was...
I saw a river foolish, and I missed that.
Storm's River, then... ripped my opener.
So, in this tournament, the light medallion is actually a dungeon that is forced foolish, and you start with the light medallion reward, and then you start with another reward on top of that, which is why we start with the forest medallion, which gave us a free song. So,
yep.
Okishi grabbing the 4 foolishes there. It was Water Temple, like always, Zora's River, Goron City, and Temple of Time that are foolish. So.
Serenade's still kind of nice, though, even if it's not exactly necessary.
Yeah, it's a really good warp song. Lake can be one of those areas that both as child and adult just is a nightmare to get to. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility if you have to get down to Hylia or Water Temple at any point.
It looks like Brote's going to be getting the song off of Malin, whereas we have the usual CAC opener here.
Yeah, so one of the other kind of interesting quirks is we also start crazy. So your child routing can actually, like starting as child is actually a little bit nicer because you know you always have a very fast way back to adult no matter what. So grabbing the 2 songs in child can actually set you up pretty well for like a really efficient adult one. It's one of the things I like doing, but
Song of Storms vanilla, interesting.
It is a little bit riskier, so. Yep, and then if you just get a vanilla Song of Storms like that, it makes your child route feel a little bit worse, so... Already, this divergence is going to be interesting, how it plays out.
Yeah. But at least there's some pretty nice divergence here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those things that, you know, these are just like your Sphere Zero normal openers either way, so this is all stuff that the other one's going to end up covering anyway. But these are like the micro little routing things that just make one route versus the other a little bit more efficient. So, for instance, like if Jimbo can use that Storms to open and go into the well in his first child segment, that's a little bit of a just efficiency thing. But we will have to see as the seed plays out more and more.
And there's Bolero on Malon. That's another free song to pick up.
Yep, as soon as he goes back adult, he will be able to grab that one, so... A little bit more information on some of our runners here, too. I know Brotinder is, like, absolutely killing it lately. If I remember correctly, I was looking into it a little bit. He's at least top 8 in mixed pools right now. I think he's in the finals of the co-op tournament. And we also have Jimbo here, so...
Oh, Downpay has something.
Oh yeah, nice big chest. No, both of these runners are incredible. I like giving Jimbo some shit, but...
So, Fire Temple is full completed, or pre-completed this time, so... There's no need to go into Fire.
So, in these settings, the Ganon Rainbow Bridge is actually the 3 stones, which I believe was Shadow, Spirit, and
Water. Foolish water.
And then the Ganon's boss key is the vanilla light arrow cutscene, which you require the Spirit and Shadow medallions, which I did not catch what those two were, but I...
Well, I know that that Fire Temple is the light medallion, so
Yep.
we don't need to worry about that. Oh, and Deku and Jabu are both, I think they're both water and fire.
Okay. That is actually a pretty awful dungeon layout for these settings. So...
DC is pretty nice, though.
Yeah, DC is also very early, so 20 Skulls just has a slingshot. God, it's so much harder to see hints when you're not playing. It said Zora something, but I didn't see if it was Tunic or Scale on 30. Neither are super important, but the Scale is definitely more scary than the Tunic would be, if anyone happened to catch what that hint was.
It was a Tunic.
It was Tunic? Okay. Thank you. You really don't realize how hard it is to read other people's hints when you're not playing. Like, I go that fast when I'm playing, and then I will calm and can't see
those are Iron Boots.
Yeah, easy access.
And the hammer. Hammer's kind of useful, even if it's not for Fire Temple.
Yeah.
It does mean that when Broke goes adult, you should be able to do the majority of bomb lock checks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a one-to-one for the bomb bag, but it does give you a lot more just checks that bombs would potentially have, so.
Death Mountain Trail is pretty loaded. There's already there's already, like, Iron Boots and a big chest.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those interesting plays. I actually usually don't come up DMT if I don't have, like, a bomb bag or a bow to get through Goron City. But in a weird way, this kind of pays off because Goron City is hinted foolish.
Mm-hmm.
So these are checks that you could potentially strand pretty early. So yeah, this route kind of works out for Jimbo. Looks like he's gonna prelude, and my guess is probably just a child for him now.
Yep, it is.
So
you're just far less likely to do like adult checks when you only have like Iron Boots, and you're even less inclined to go when you have to go to the forest. It's much faster to do it as child.
Yeah. I believe we just saw that treasure chest game is the fire arrows on Brotinder's side.
Zora's Domain, Path to Bongo Bongo, and there's the Kokiri sword.
That's actually a very nice item to get there. You can literally just like clear Deku now.
Yeah.
It's a very efficient
I'm pretty
thing.
sure I think it was the fire medallion.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not... I think it is one of our quote-unquote unrequired dungeons, but Deku early is still so many checks, and it's just an efficiency thing to get something here.
Yep.
So. And if we are following the pattern of the Koalas, this is just going to end up being an AD seed anyway for probably, like, Nocturne or something anyway. So we will see how it goes.
Well, it means that with the mid layout like that, I don't think we're going to get something in Genon's castle, unless it's light arrows.
Yeah.
Because Shadow, Spirit, and Water require a lot more than DC and Forest.
Yeah. Bro also getting a bomb bag off of Ocarina minigame, so that is just a very efficient clear of Lost Woods now as a child.
Yep. Big Goron sword is... I think that's vanilla. Nope, Sunsong Grave, never mind.
Yeah, it does. It usually feels really bad to run through Lost Woods as a child, if you have a hammer, because you know you have to run through here as an adult anyway, but you just skip the grottos. But that bomb bag being where it was just gives him the ability to clear all these grottos as he goes through.
Yep. Speaking of scale...
Okay. Yeah, this early child is kind of just cracked right now.
Yeah.
Kokiri sword scale.
I'd say just go straight for Zora's Domain right after finishing up getting Saria's song check here.
Yeah, that's I still would. I think I would do Deku first, and then run through the river after Deku. Deku has too many checks early for it to, even though it's like one of the not required dungeons. I think it's so early sphere now.
Well, there's both sets of boots.
Oh jeez. Okay, we're just gonna get everything. This feels like a very potentially fast seed so far.
Probably the fastest within the 3 qualifiers so far.
Yeah. There are still plenty of things that can, you know, screw us. There's still gonna be 2 hook shots, a mirror shield, a bunch of strengths, but
yeah.
Don't say what? Don't say jet? Don't say that word? Is that the word?
I wouldn't say it quite yet, but like it is certainly not like confirmed AD.
Yeah. Yeah, you do really want to see a Nocturne hint early, but honestly we already have the items to like beat both of our Nocturne. Garuda Fortress to Twin Rova is a very interesting hint too.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean the fact that Deku DC are your 2 like unrequired dungeons, those are both doable like now. So Broke can have a really interesting thing if he decides to do Deku here, and then as soon as he goes, oh my god, this seed.
Well, Valley Child is dead, thankfully. Royal Family Tomb, though, has Requiem and a Strength.
Yeah, this is a lot of information early. I mean...
We should definitely grab... They should definitely be grabbing ZL as soon as they can.
Yeah.
It is possible for it to be AD again for ZL.
Yeah, that's possible. It's possible that it could be like somewhere awful, like it could be crossing required or something, but
it looks like Rogue's going straight for Deku Tree now. Taking basically what you said at there, even though that was like 15 minutes ago that this happened.
Yeah, I think I think I would, in Brick's spot, I think I would just do Nocturne blind, because like he hasn't actually been adult yet, right? So if you beat Deku, you go adult, you do your like CAC graveyard clear. You can literally just clear.
Dead. That means the that child stuff has to be the thing that's required now. So I think after Brote's done with Deku Tree, he's definitely going to be making his way over to Zora's Domain, no doubt. And I think the fastest way would still be Lake Hylia, because he's got that scale. Hyrule Field to Morpha.
That's a nice hint. That's almost definitely a hook shot at this point, because we already have the irons. So getting an early hook shot is a very nice thing to have for adult, but...
Jimbo, we also have Jimbo doing Southern Hyrule, but he will only be able to do open. Oh, strength!
Okay. That is already a second strength that we know about because of the hint in Composer Grave.
Yep. Which is
unfortunately... Yeah, unfortunately Jimbo doesn't have bombs yet because of the path that he's taking, so he's kind of running past a couple would-be nice field checks to do, just because his bombs are in Lost Woods, which he has not been there yet. Also, in chat, so The typical AD is actually the 3 stone dungeons, but in this setting, because of the dungeon requirements being the 3 stones and the shadow and spirit medallions, AD, quote-unquote, is actually the Nocturne song, so we do actually have storms already, but when we're saying, like, the Ocarina of Time, like, AD hint, it's actually more referring to our Nocturne hint, so... I think the worst song we could possibly get right now would be ZL on Nocturne, which is actually very, very feasible given what we know about the seed right now.
Thanks for 3 months. I like whales. Do I like...
So as a quick just summary of what we got in, since Kirby came in asking, we already have seen a lot of things in this seed. Broat has gone early child, which paid off with a hammer and bombs super early. We have a K-sword for what we think is unrequired Deku right now. We've gotten some good hint information with like a Garuda Fortress, a Zora's Domain, Path. So yeah, the seed's looking like it might be a quick one, quote unquote, but it's also only 15 minutes in, so. The one big piece of information I think we're missing right now is what is actually on the Nocturne song check, to see if it's like an SGL all dungeon seed.
Mm-hmm. I think that was TCG that was dead.
Yeah, the two dungeons to get to.
Bongo Bongo.
So that is also our second Bongo Bongo hint, I believe, because I think Domain was also the Bongo.
Yep.
So there is a little bit of a hint priority system in SGL. It will actually hint the stone dungeons before the medallion dungeons. And there's a really weird logic quirk that I'm not good at explaining, so I'm going to leave it out. But basically, if something is hinted to a medallion, it can't also be required for a stone dungeon in a weird way. So you're much more likely to end up getting 3 hints to the stone dungeons. Which, given the layout, is actually not that bad. Our stone dungeons are definitely the scarier dungeons to have unhinted, so... Jimbo grabbing his bomb bag, so now he gets to just follow through Broat's little path here.
Broat's going straight to Lake Hylia. We'll be able to get this completed, like the way the path to Bongo Bongo. Something there.
Looks like a second bomb bag.
Yep, it is. It definitely has the coloration of a bomb bag.
Yeah.
That's technically bomb lock too.
As far as we know, yes. Unless there's a second scale somewhere, but yeah, for now that is. So yeah, I had misread the medallions. I thought the Nocturne song was KD, or was Dodonga's and Deku, but it's actually Jabu and Deku, so...
Yeah, with DC and Force, it means that the boss key is going to be much earlier than the bridge.
That was also actually a very nice dual hint. That was the Dead Hand dual hint in the well, so that had a small key and a Dead Hand. Yeah.
I mean, Minuet and Bolero still have a chance of having ZL, but so can Nocturne.
I believe we got Nocturne off of... Oh, sorry, you meant the check, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that scale, we don't ever need ZL to get into Jabu, so...
Oh, there's a chest there. And it's pretty big, so... That could be the hook shot, actually. The hook shot, magic, or Dins.
Yep.
Most likely the hook shot, to be honest.
Yeah, I would imagine with our current layout, we're probably expecting to get a hook shot soon.
There it is.
Yep. That makes sense, so...
You just need a bow for Forest Temple completion.
Yeah, that's,
At least
nice...
for the no mode part, because, well, Jimbo has the strength, which he found in Open Grotto, and Broat has the hook shot, which was in Torch Run.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting how our runners have kind of just traded locations a little bit, so...
Broat's going adult now. He should be able to do Hyrule Field a lot quicker as adults, because Epona... So even if there wasn't Epona, adult Link's movement speed is slightly faster.
Yeah,
Hey,
and he does...
Nocturne play.
Yeah, these are the little micro kind of efficiencies that it's hard to really, like, know about at the beginning, but he is getting paid out by, like, having gotten Nocturne and Child and having Eponas now. His first adults.
That's dead, so that's actually pretty big.
Yeah. His, adult segment can be a little bit more efficient because he has bombs and a hammer that, Jimbo didn't his first time through.
Yep. I'm liking the music that Jimbo used for Kokiri Forest, the field theme from Quest 64.
Nice. So yeah, for a little bit now, we're just going to get the two runners kind of going through with the others done. It will be interesting to see where Broat goes off of his adult. He has the ability to climb DMT like Jimbo does, or he also has the ability to try and, you know, like...
Play
Actually,
Bolero.
I guess it's... Yeah, he'll probably Bolero get that song and go through Goron City backwards.
That's a possibility.
He'll probably want to get up to DC to do...
But he could also get the chest in, like, the DMT wall.
Yeah, that is true, too, so... The world is Grot's oyster right now. Really, he can kind of go anywhere.
Yep. It's a shame that Zora's River was foolish, because that's usually my favorite opener. But it happens. Plus, you get those 3 hints.
Yeah, it's always really scary, too, when you see something like a River Foolish, because you hope that, like, one of your big information things aren't, like, on 2 of the hint stones in River, because there's just no reason to ever go there.
Yep.
Like, I can see a world where, like, both Nocturne location hints are in River, and, like, maybe, I don't know, if it's Burning Cack has ZL, that's just a really, really nice thing to have, but... It is nice to have those 4 foolish hints right outside of Temple of Time, because it can actually like adjust what your routing plans are right at the very beginning.
Hmm.
So this is one of the first checks that Jimbo was not able to do that Rote is going to be able to. We'll see if the early explosives pays out, but it is a small chest. Good for Jimbo, though. That's actually surprisingly easy of a chest to forget about if you don't do it like your first time through the region. Jimbo was trying to be swag with that backflip torch strat, and it just wasn't working for him, unfortunately. I've tried to learn that myself. It is significantly harder than it looks like it should be. Oh no, Jimbo.
The switches are going off. I think he needs to get some health soon.
I think he'll be fine. The scrub that he talks to down here gives you some, and there's these 2 in the water too, so...
Yes.
Oh, that was... Okay. Yeah.
Very quick and smooth.
We also actually saw that, Burning Cack is ZL. I think we must have missed that our first time through.
Oh
We've
my
been
god.
hypothesizing about it the whole time, and I just missed it. It was like the first hint that we saw.
Another AD seed. Who would have
Gotta
thunk
love
it?
SGL 2024, oops AD. It's just... It's never gonna stop.
I willed one into existence during Qualifier 1, and now that's all we've been getting. I'm like a curse. I'm not even rolling the seeds, and I have somehow cursed it.
Yeah. The bigger issue is now that we actually need ZL and Boomerang.
Yep.
Before we get ZL, so...
It's just a matter of finding Rudo's letter and Boomerang.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, we do have, like, all of DC. We have a good chunk of forest that we could do out of logic right now, although Rote is still missing that, strength.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get a ZL, I mean a DC run first before anything else.
Yeah, no, it's progression. It's required. You have the stuff to do it. You just gotta do DC right now. Interestingly enough, we do like kind of know some chunks of this game are going to be out of logic for a little bit. So,
well, it's safe to say that those iron boots grabbed Rote's attention, so he'll be getting the rest of the checks up here in Death Mountain Trail. Well, those 3 at the bottom. Oh my god! Both of them are bomb locked! Or technically hammer locked.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is definitely more hammer locked, but the hammer doesn't really lock the bombs and vice versa, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the only way that would matter is because technically Adult, as of right now, doesn't have access to the SFM Grotto with the hammer, so you would need bombs for that one, but... yeah, that's interesting. And the fact that, like, we immediately pull Gold Scale and Iron Boots, like, back-to-back just kind of makes it funny for Water.
Yes!
So...
and technically, Iron Boots are even earlier in logic.
yeah. Yeah, so don't need to worry about Gold Scale Water in any way.
It is a free check, though. Since Lake Hylia does seem very tempting. Forest Temple to Bongo Bongo yet again.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually I was kind of questioning why Bro, like, gung-hoed it for those iron boots, but I forgot since Goron said he is foolish, he probably just gets out of DC and immediately Boleros. So I think running up DMT there actually made a lot more sense than I was initially giving it credit for.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just something you can do after DC. I don't know why you, like, gung-hoed it, but it's actually more efficient that way. Looking at little...
And there's a lot of, almost all of DMC can be full cleared. The only thing that they can't do is the fairy fountain there.
Jimbo grabbing his hook shot here.
Looks like he's warping adult now.
Yeah,
but
at this point...
Unlike Brode, Jimbo does have that strength, so he can do more of Forest Temple.
Yeah, the one advantage I was going to say that Jimbo had was the storms that he got adult. I could have seen him nocturning over to CAC to go into the well. But there's nothing really, like, pointing you that way yet. Like, there's no hints for the storms being path or bottom of the well being path, so... I understand skipping it, but also, like, if you know that ZL is that late, and you've got the dual hint that says Dead Hand is dead, you can actually, quote-unquote, full clear bottom of the well, because you can peek the other two ZL locked checks. I actually probably, in Jimbo's boots, may have gone into the well just off the idea that you can see everything in there.
So far, there hasn't really been anything in Dodongo's cavern.
Yeah, it's been entirely empty so far, actually.
There's still, like, the chest above King Dodongo, but there's also his remains, so
yeah,
there's still that possibility.
And it's required anyway. It's not like you're skipping this in any...
It looks like Jimbo will actually be full clearing Hyrule Field before doing anything else. I can applaud that, though.
Yeah. I hate strength paths. Genuinely, I think it's the worst path in the game because it never makes me feel comfortable. Like, if you get a hookshot, you're like, okay, it's a hookshot path, that's nice. And I got a hookshot. But when it's a strength, you're like, maybe this is strength 1, maybe it's strength 2, maybe I don't know what it is. And it feels so much more vague. So I always...
Ooh. So, just a wallet in, Yeah, it was a wallet in above King Dodongo, so that's something at least.
Yeah, and Jimbo actually pulled a first bottle off of Tektite Grotto.
Yep.
So that's a pretty nice thing.
I really hope he doesn't think that's the path there.
That would be unlikely, but pretty crazy. So Minuet was in DMC.
Yep. Which means that Saria's song could either be on Minuet or something.
It could be in Ice, yeah. Or it could be out in Requiem, I think. Or we also, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've seen our
SFM path to Bongo Bongo, so that's 3 Bongo hints.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that was for Nocturne, without a doubt.
That feels like a wasted hint.
Nocturne hints are generally like that, to be honest.
Oh. First bow on KD.
Dang!
That's a nice grab, so...
Well then, once Jimbo is done here, he should be able to grab that.
Yeah, and my guess is Jimbo is on his way to DC here. He's gonna get this big chest that he couldn't get earlier, and then probably dip in, so... Our runner's still just kind of going back and forth on things that they've done and haven't done with each other. The difference being that as soon as Jimbo gets that bow at the end of DC, he can just warp straight to and full clear Forest, whereas Bro still needs to pull that strength from field.
Yep. Oh, Sun Song. So that's a free big Goron sword right there.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Honestly, with Nocturne too, like that's probably worth grabbing at some point.
Yeah, it'll
it's
make
right there and it's good.
It'll make Twin Rova significantly easier because Twin Rova is easily the longest fight of any of the bosses in the game.
Yeah, this is So Brute dipping into Forest here, he doesn't have the strength, but I think he's pushing this because of the path.
Yep.
The path to fire, or to shadow. Also, Forest isn't the worst dungeon to double dip, because it actually gives you a couple areas that are like halfway decent to just kind of stop your progression. Like, if you end in the bottom of the well, in the courtyard, you just like either warp out or whatever, and it's not that big a time loss to get back.
Plus Minuet.
Yeah, so. And who knows, maybe you pull a second strength out of here, although we also know where a second strength is already, so that's pretty unlikely at this point.
Bro will probably just be clearing up the courtyard and then dipping out.
I don't think there's any way you 3-key Forest here, right?
Oh! Jimbo just got a crash.
Oh no.
Must be a VC crash, because... yeah. It happens.
I don't know when the last time you save quote was. That's really unfortunate. I can say, because of the delay, he didn't forfeit, which is significantly more emotionally stable than I would have been in this situation.
Yeah. I know VC crashes are an absolute nightmare to deal with.
Yeah. The tilt and everything when you crash. Oh, it doesn't look like he lost that much, though.
Like, he still has Minuet.
Yeah, he lost the gold scale. But he has Minuet, which is... Where the hell
He also lost his shield.
Oh, that's the bigger problem. Yeah, so he got Minuet, but he doesn't have the gold scale, so he must have saved, like, on DMT? Crazy. What an actually not horrible crash. This is why you save frequently, people, by the way, because that could have been so much worse. Honestly, especially with starting with Prelude, I feel like I save quit so much less. Because you just don't have to do it as adult, ever.
Yeah.
So him only losing, like, a handful of minutes actually isn't that bad. Still feels rough when you have to go through it, but... That's crazy. Yeah, so this is a lesson to probably save after every, like, major dungeon that you do, because that is a lifesaver if you ever end up crashing, unfortunately. On Brick's side, we're getting an adult lake with free Scarecrow.
I think this will tempt him to go back and actually get the strength.
Yeah, I think you pair this in with, like, the Southern Hyrule checks, because I think he knows... I'm pretty sure both of our runners have, like, almost identical information at this time. I don't think anyone's missing, like, a big hint that the other one has. So knowing... Ooh, Broke getting greed by that fish.
Well, it's the first time in a long while I've seen something like that, where the fish was like, nah, I'm not gonna get caught today, I'm just gonna let go of this hook.
I haven't been playing nearly as much, and it happens to me a couple of times now, because I feel like I'm, like, either too eager or too slow on the A press, and it's just like, if you don't hit A, the fish just breaks free, which is...
Fair enough.
But... it's one of those kind of rare, like, hiccups with the fish that you are left there stunned, and you're like, wait, what the heck just happened? Where'd my fish leave? And, yeah.
Interesting music choices on Jimbo's end, that's for sure. Alright, let's see. What is Lab Dive?
Okay, I'm just gonna point this out. If you go to Lab Dive and you have the gold scale, it is faster to just gold scale it. I'm almost positive. Especially if you're not gonna get the skull, or the skull there. If you're gonna do the dive, like, you should at least get the skull while you're down there, but, like... I'm gonna just critique people that are better than me. So.
Oh my gosh. There we go.
Oh, that is...
Funny mouth.
Yeah, that's really scary from Jimbo, because I don't remember if you can get back up on the nose from there. So if he couldn't hit that throw, he might have had to, like, loop all the way around.
Yep.
Oh, this is another little interesting point. Broat has Eponas and everything to go clear the fortress path, too, while he's here. He'll get the strength, and my guess is he goes straight to forest, but I wonder if he deviates to go check the fortress path before he does that.
Because he should be able to full clear fortress as well.
Yeah, with the bow, Eponas, and hovers, you can get all 3 checks there, so... The only problem is then you're not going into GTG, and GTG has a ton of checks, but...
It would be kind of pointless to do GTG at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we're still looking for a lot, though. Like, we still need Rudos and Boomerang before we get ZL.
Yeah.
Still need Magic and Dins. So, like, I guess my point is you're looking for a lot still, so, like, do you just dip in and see what GTG has to offer you while you're over there?
Well, given the amount of hints that we've gotten for that path, it could just very well be, like, one of those items, too.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I guess I'm thinking just from, like, the seed overall, like, we still are looking for so many items that I think just, like, going into places with a lot of checks makes sense at this point.
Frogs 2 is dead. That's good.
Yeah. Getting back on the Poma.
Yeah, there's 2 more checks for Broke to check.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for me, I think I would go over to Fortress, because I think I would want to get that item. You can check the Valley Hammer Rocks while you're there, and you can dip into GTG to, like, peek the maze and everything, even though you don't have Strength 2. Ideally, you have Magic, and you can just drop the rollers while you're over there, but that, I don't think, is going to end up happening. But...
Almost got it.
oh, yeah. Did we see this from Bro, or did he just warp away right after DC?
I think he just warped. I'm not sure.
This is another one of those checks that you can strand for a really long time if you get, like, a bow at a weird time.
Yeah, I've seen it happen as well.
Just a blue piece. Broke grabbing his first bottle.
Bro's hoping, Jimbo's hoping that there's some money in here. Nope, just a stick.
Yeah, the loss of the shield is pretty.
Off the bow, I think.
I think you can sell the bow to the beggar.
No, he's gonna drink it. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's gonna get bugs.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I actually don't even know if you can sell the bow to the guy. I think you can sell a regular bow to him. I just don't know how much money it's worth, but I might be wrong. Look at this efficient money routing from Jimbo. Fucking game knowledge. I said I was gonna bully him the entire time, but you gotta give the man his due. Pose can only be sold to the Poe dude. Okay. I knew that was for big Pose. I didn't know if that was for little Pose too. I don't know what a beggar guy would want with a ghost spirit anyway, but...
Oh, it's ice arrows.
That's still not bad. I mean, if you get magic before you go to ice, it's actually faster to do the blue fire arrows versus one bottle ice, so...
Yep, that's true.
And you don't have to... Well, I guess, like, your bottles...
And if map test is dead, you could just, dip out of that room quickly.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, he's getting BGS.
Oh! See, what a clever man. Oh, dude. I never even thought about that. Yeah, with the number of fights of Stalfos that you have to do in here, this is actually a pretty good time save, even though you have to, like, warp away for it.
Yep. Some people would call this the 30-minute time save, but I'm not so sure about that.
Also, I actually really like Phantom Ganon is also a low-key time save, because you can get, like, really bad RNG with the tennis game, but if you can one-cycle in with the BGS, it saves, like, you have to deal in with the bullshit RNG, so... So Barrett did see there was a big chest on top of the fortress, which might be our path item. My guess is he checks this first and then, or he just goes into GTG right away. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
What do I know, bro? God. Just make me wrong. What's he doing to me?
Check the middle first, and... Oh my god.
Oh no. That... There's some really weird potential logic here, because we know that a strength is ZL locked. The likelihood that that center chest is either Boomerang or Ruto's letter is pretty low, but not impossible, even with that strength being ZL locked. Because we could just have strength, the third strength be somewhere else.
Yes.
So that chest is terrifying. Don't have Song of Time either. One key on the right.
Song of Time could just be vanilla, but it could also be Ice Cavern.
Yeah, it could be out at Requiem, it could be vanilla, it could be... We're just not picking up the keys? Bro.
Requiem, vanilla, or Serenade for those checks. I mean, Bros could just save quit after doing those other checks. What I think he's gonna go for is he's gonna dip out now. Nope, grab the keys.
I'm gonna critique a little bit. So he has a path. That fortress is a path to, I think it's Bongo. Is that one?
Twin Rova.
Twin Rova. So you have a fortress path to Twin Rova. It could very easily be a strength upgrade, but you're coming into GTG before you check that item.
It could also be Mirror Shield.
It could be, but I guess my point's going to be, like, I feel like you should clear a location that you can full clear before you come into one that you can't. Because, like, what if that item gives you something that makes this more efficient? Like, if this had given him strength 2, he could have just full cleared this. Except for toilet, obviously, but... Now, the fact that he, like, came in, now if he gets a strength 2 out of Fortress, he has to come back in, and he's kind of, like, routed it kind of weird. I disagree with that ordering, I think. Like, it's gonna be fine, he's gonna end up getting the item here anyway, but it just... I think you should always try and full clear a location that you can before going into one that you can't clear. Assuming they're right next to each other and other things being equal and blah blah blah.
We'll see if HBA holds out for us today.
Yeah. I'm ready to see some gaming from Bro too. Anything worse than like 1700 and I'll be disappointed. Oh, look at that.
It is going to be below 1700, so...
Oh. It was close enough. 1630. That's still good. It was a little slow. Yeah, that middle section.
Oh my god! That could be it!
Ooh, yeah, that is a nice one to find.
And a vanilla bow.
Bow locked. Yeah, that's
But it's also vanilla.
Yeah, that Rudos is really nice, and there's still the big chest on top of Fortress here. So if this is Boomerang, this could just be a huge turn.
Yes. Could also be an ice cavern now.
Yeah, that does have an ice entirely in logic. No, it's not in logic because you still need ZL.
True.
So, yeah, Rang actually can't be an ice, but...
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. It can't.
No, I always forget you actually need ZL because there's so many ways to, like, just zoom around that requirement with, like, the hovers and KZ skip and all this stuff, so...
Magic! I think that's also a path, too. Or that fulfills it a bit more.
Yeah. Oh, so actually, so this is, Oh.
Could be a mirror shield in Ice Cavern, though.
Yeah. Well, so I was just gonna say, I was like, we know that ZL locks Requiem, but now with hovers and magic, we have crossing available.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Bro's heading back into Forest Temple.
Yeah, this makes sense. So you just go full clear the progression. Double Forest, everyone, let's go.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite time. Alright. I'm gonna argue, though, that Forest is my favorite dungeon, and I will fight people because I think this has one of the highest execution points for, like, a dungeon. Like, there's so many fights and so many, like, micro-routing things that you can do in this dungeon, I actually think it's really fun. And anyone who doesn't like Forest is wrong, and I'll fight them.
I just find that Forest Temple is definitely more of a brain-off kind of dungeon rather than something like Fire Temple or Water Temple. Plus, Shadow Temple is also a bit longer. And Spirit Temple key logic could be quite interesting at times, especially when you have the wackier settings set up. In this case, it'd just be like pretty simple, but you just wish that if you have an 80 Requiem, you don't want the boss key to be on child side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Spirit...
Or small key on adult side, too.
Yeah, Spirit key logic gets interesting. I actually think, like, Forest is low-key a very high execution dungeon. I think there's a lot of neat little tricks and optimizations that you can do in it, so... Jimbo also actually has the advantage here with the BGS that he like stopped off for before he came in, so the Poe fights might be a little bit easier for him to one cycle. And
I mean, you could do them still pretty quickly as long as you attack first.
Yeah. Yeah, you just need to... the timing can actually be like a little bit tough on the double hits and stuff, so it just makes it a little bit easier with BGS.
It's the Stalfos fights I'd be more concerned with, because the one extra hit means that it could bleed out a few extra seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, Stalfos are either like incredibly clean for me or they're nightmare. There's like no in between fights with Stalfos. Jimbo has a very clean one there,
My
so.
gosh.
Tell me it's another vanilla bow.
Bow! Boomerang! Well then.
Yeah, so this seed is
Time to rush Jabbo after this. Or actually, Jimbo still needs to go to Fortress, but once Broat's done, he could just go straight to Jabbo.
Yeah. We are actually, like, we're already kind of clearing out our hints. Like, everything else has been pretty much fulfilled. So Jimbo, I think the only one he hasn't fulfilled really is, he's probably going to clear up field, just to make sure that that strength might be path.
Mm-hmm.
And then, my guess is he probably also heads out to Fortress not too long after finishing Forest here. Because, like, we can't get into Shadow yet. We can get into water, but it's foolish, so there's no point to go there until you have long shot. Spirit we can't get into until we get either ZL or a second strength, so... Oh, Jimbo hits a gamer shot. Come on. That's so good. See, Forest is great. It has gamer shot.
If you have fire arrows, you don't need to worry about gamer shot.
Yeah, but then you just sacrifice being a gamer. You take the coward's way out.
Save the frames.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's more fun.
That was very clean from Jimbo.
Yeah.
Because you can just, once you hop onto the chest and your Z targets aren't being eaten up, you could just easily backwalk to the door much quicker than waiting through for the ceiling to open up again.
Yeah, that's one of those things I always tell myself I'm going to learn, and then I never actually learn it. Let's see. Broat having to take his peasant 3 swings with the Stalfos instead of Jimbo's Chad 2 swings with the big BGS.
Yep.
Oh, this fight's actually getting...
Done.
Alright.
And Broat will be picking up his boomerang.
Yeah, Broat just let himself get whapped a couple of times. That was actually starting to get scary with some low health, but...
And I'd say check every chest in Jabbo except boomerang chest, because that was hinted.
Yeah. Let's see, if we actually take stock of what we still need, we have a long shot,
Mirror shield,
Dins, and mirror are the only things I think we... and then lights, obviously.
Yep.
So we're actually starting to get pretty low on required items. We know that second strength in the Composer Grave is now open, out of logic, but...
Also, I'd like to point out that the fast spawning from Meg, it still caught me off guard, and it's really nice to see.
Yeah, that still throws me off too. Like, I'm so used to like taking like a couple second little like breather pauses, and like every time she spawns, I'm like, oh my god, you're back so fast. What is happening?
It's like the fast basement pushing, which is still something that catches me off.
Yeah.
Because it's like zoom. It's not like what it was a few years back. It's amazing. Of course, this is the last possible place for that big key to be.
I was even thinking, I forgot we hadn't even found that yet, so... So yeah, Forest giving us that boomerang gives us the ability to go get our ZL, which is nice, but...
Seems to be the only item in Forest Temple.
Yeah, I think it was, so...
I mean, ZL is required for Shadow Temple completion. It may be required for Water Temple boss key, and for Spirit Temple boss key, or key logic in general.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be getting pretty hard locked behind the ZL, so we'll see where... everything kind of pointing towards ZL right now, and we still have 3 items that we need to find somewhere.
Yep.
What's going to be interesting is, when you get ZL, you know Requiem and a Strength are in the Composer grave, but you're going to be adult. So, do you go immediately Child to get the second Strength right away? I think that might be the play, actually. Because that opens up all of Spirit for you.
And that is Ganon's BK for Jimbo, and Broat will be getting his momentarily.
Yep. And again, Jimbo still actually has to make it up to Fortress to be able to pull that Rudos, to be able to do,
Well, he's heading to Fortress now.
Yeah, so... Good play for him. It'll be interesting to see where our runners are when they, like, kind of coalesce back at the same point. So, like, once Broat finishes Forest and Jimbo gets out to Fortress. I think Broat's been a little bit more efficient, so it seems like he has a tiny bit of a lead.
Yeah.
That we can blame on the crash for Jimbo also, so... Both runners playing very well so far today.
But we do know this, Broat's gonna be finishing up Jabu first after beating Phantom Ganon.
Yeah. We'll have to see if Jimbo ends up dipping into GTG further, or if he even dips into it at all, or if he just rushes the Fortress stuff and bounces.
Yeah. The cow sound underwater is cursed. I have to say that. Oh my gosh. That poor cow.
Well, how else are you going to feed the shark that's down there? You need a cow down there, too. So.
I'm pretty sure cows aren't usually prey for a shark.
Fun fact about that, in kind of the same realm, but moose actually get eaten by orcas in the Arctic, which is kind of crazy, because moose are really good swimmers, and orcas will eat them, which is one of the weirdest predator-prey relationships I think you'll ever see.
I mean, they also do the same thing with polar bears.
Yeah, the more you know. Don't tell me you never learned anything watching Ocarina of Time randomizers. We did also just pass, a few minutes ago, our 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna try and do shoutouts that I always mess up. I don't know if this even has... No. Oh. Yeah! Honor is Jimbo TV and Bratinder Does. I am one of your commentators, Pyra, along with Lee Harold, who I believe your Twitch is Alpha Mario?
Yes.
Brother? Okay, I always confuse the two of you, I'm sorry. And then our trackers today are... Oh god, I forget.
Vaiva, RT, Virgil Dante, and of course our restreamer, Maris.
My tracker command didn't go, and now it's yelling at me because I'm trying to send the same message. Maybe our tracker command isn't working.
That's because the tracker and the commentator ones are in the same one. Oh, I
Oh,
see.
Marauders
It's
also.
tracking. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Look at that. Never mind. Thank you. Someone who points out that I can't read. Perfect. Thank you so much. This is why I don't usually do shoutouts. They're bungled messes of words.
To be fair, the way they do it for SGL is going to be different from ZSR, as well as like Scrub Central, and Silver Gauntlets,
Oh,
amongst
if there's one
other
thing,
great streamers.
if there's one thing you can count on me for, it's messing something up. So I am very used to this. So yeah, Jimbo is chasing the fortress path, so he's gonna get his blue fire arrows and magic and rooters here. And Bro is gonna be the first one out to Jabu. So.
Yep.
I am going to guess that there is actually nothing in Jabu, and it's just hardlocking ZL.
That's a good possibility, though
Yeah.
it is possible that it might have something like Din's Long Shot or Mirror Shield.
Yeah, it could.
All I know is that the Boomerang chest has been hinted.
Yeah. To me, this feels like a seed that's just gonna, like, everything is gonna kind of probably be, like, in or past Spirit at this point, because we do have logical... So, ironically enough, actually, I was just thinking about it and looking at our hint sheet, but I think the fire arrows being in treasure chest game actually does put that second strength into logic, too. It's a nightmare, because you go to Jabu, you have to go adult, you get your ZL, you go all the way back to child, to just the chest game, to get the fire arrows, to go back adult, to get the strike 2, to go out to spirit, but...
Chickens is confirmed dead, so we'll take that.
That's nice. Jimbo could have gotten his shield back if he just did chickens, man. They didn't have to buy it again. But, yeah, that's a nice thing to get, chickens is...
He was an adult when he entered.
Oh, yeah, you're right. True. Fine. Chickens is worthless like all. But... And that's another nice little semi-recent quality of life thing is this Rudo on floor 1, so you don't have to go through the basement of Jabu.
Yep. I mean, it's far more efficient for when there's no Skull Sanity or Scrub Sanity on.
Yeah.
So these settings definitely make it a lot faster. Admittedly, it would be a lot faster if shortcut was on as well, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Well, map chest is nothing. I'd say check compass chest just for good measure, because...
Yeah. Yeah, no, with how many items you're looking for, you're not skipping anything. This... Ooh. Jimbo also going into GTG before he does HBA. I actually couldn't tell. I have all of the audio muted. Do you know if it's daytime or nighttime for him? It doesn't matter because he has suns, but it is daytime? Okay. I couldn't tell if he snuck in before, like, the nighttime hit or not, but...
Well, he's got Sun Song, so he doesn't need to worry about it either.
Yeah, so it's just, like, a little bit longer to just have to play Sun Song to get it to turn to day if you missed it, but... Jimbo seeing the horrible, horrible news. There's a big chest in there.
There's 2 big chests in the maze. One's in the center.
Oh, there's one deeper. It actually surprises me even more than that Bro bounced out. I guess maybe, even with the checks that we have, there's a chance you don't get enough keys to get there, I guess.
With missing Song of Time and Strength 2 will make it pretty hard to clear GTG.
I think you'll be able to get to that first chest. I don't think you'll ever be able to make it to the second one, just given the key layout that we've seen so far. But
that rupee collecting sound, though. Truly ominous.
The rupee collecting noises getting like progressively higher pitched is one of my favorite things about like the custom audios. You get some really funny cursed sounds that get higher and higher pitched.
For me, I have it set to the dog.
Oh, the dog's doing it. Dog is a good noise on literally any like any sound cue, so.
The most cursed ones would probably be like Flare Dancer and when you attack the cursed skull to like
Oh, yeah.
So far, that's 2 small keys. Well, 3 small keys for Jimbo.
Yeah. This is another one. I think there might have been... I think there's one on the left side of the maze, too, that we haven't gotten.
Yeah. And Jimbo's peeked that one. As well as Broke.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, if both of these are small keys, I think we can actually get into the middle, but it does not look like they both are. No.
The one in the Ring of Fire certainly ain't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tofile, it's ZL on AD, it's already guaranteed to be AD.
We are 3 for 3 on AD, so yeah. That's how we're going to describe SGL 2024.
Yeah, it's just a SGL 2024 online Oops All the AD tournament.
And with Brote on Baronade already, you get to see how clean this one is.
Yeah, this is personally my favorite boss fight in the entire game. It feels so good to get it done clean.
Speaking of which, here comes oh my gosh, and clean Baronade fight. We got the long...
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad for Brote, though, because he does have his Furores in here. Jimbo's gonna drop his, too, for that middle chest, but...
That means as soon as Jimbo gets ZL, he could just finish up Water Temple ASAP.
Yeah. I mean, he can... Do we have a boss key hidden for water? I don't think we do.
It's foolish. There's not going to be a sometimes hint for that.
Yeah. I guess my question was more like, is it worth to even bother going to do water now? But it doesn't give you anything, and you're potentially missing Song of Time, but...
If Song of Time is vanilla, then that means that Reaper Chest can't have a big key.
Yeah, that is true, so... Jimbo's gonna cross here. I don't think I like this.
It's a bit risky, but you can tell which song's on Requiem.
Yeah, but I guess, like, he has... Oh my god, he didn't do HBA. He didn't do HBA. He forgot to do HBA.
Yep! Well, he does have... He does have Furore set up so he can grab that up at any time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, he has everything to go do Jabu to get ZL, though, and, like, you know you're getting Requiem after you get ZL, but he doesn't have everything to do Jabu. Rudo's letter is on HBA.
HBA 1000 specifically.
Oh no. Jimbo, no.
And now Bro's going to be grabbing that big Goron sword.
Yeah, I think it still makes sense to grab it here. You're running through anyway, it's a little bit of time, but you probably make up the time and execution and everything on the way, so... Not having it for Forest was a little bit of a hiccup, but, yeah. He did fine with all of those fights anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbo. The only thing that maybe helps Jimbo here is if this is Song of Time, he can actually get that middle chest. Because he can get that key off the right side and out of logic get to the center chest. So that's what I'm going to hope for.
It looks like Bro's going to be doing adult archery now.
Okay. That was a boss key on the child hand from that peak, I believe, so...
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, he came all the way out here and it was the Dead Song item. Jimbo, no. I think it just saves Scum all the way back to GTG. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, hopefully he realizes he skipped out on HBA and he does it here though. Alright. It's a good first step. Alright, Jimbo, you're perfect. Alright, perfect. Cool. Alright. Everyone, you can relax now. Everything's fine. He knew what he was doing the whole time.
It was a completely calculated move.
Yeah. I do wonder now, like, I'll be curious to ask Jimbo if he crossed hoping for Song of Time so he could just get that middle chest. That's the only thing I could think of, is if he was thinking maybe, oh, if I, like, cross for Song of Time, I can just, like, forward back to GTG to clear it. Well, not even clear it, I guess, because you're still missing strength too, but you could at least get that middle chest, so...
Nice. That was even better than Bro's.
Yeah,
By
Jimbo never disappoints. Except for, like, he's a Flyers fan, so that kind of sucks, but, like, other than that, he's a really good dude. Alright, there's this...
Checking Dompe first before getting the stuff in the Royal Tomb.
I don't hate this, I mean...
Ooh. Probably picking up skulls as well.
Yeah.
And opening the well.
Did he not go into the Royal Tomb?
No one did. Or at least, no one on Restream. But I can say this, at least. That Jimbo does have one major advantage. The long shot. For now.
Yeah. Even that, like, Bro left his for Roars, so he just has to decide to go back for it at some point. Like,
yep.
It's not going to be too much of a commitment for him. I guess the thing is like, if Bro goes from, like, oh, you know, I'm going to get Strength 2 out of the Royal Tomb, and then I'm going to go to Spirit, and then maybe Spirit gives me Dings, and I can go to Shadow, and then Shadow, like, then suddenly maybe, like, forget there's a big chest in GTG, and then, like, a bunch of stuff is open to, like, kind of clean up for a long shot, so...
Oh! This could be another wallet. Or Din's Fire, actually. Never mind.
See, this is why you go to the bottom of the phone, man.
Well was not throwing.
Yeah, Well's never throwing. Well's never throwing when you don't go there. Wait. I don't know what I was trying to do. Yeah, so that puts
fighting that mirror shield and light arrows.
Yeah, we're starting to get towards the end of this. We're really only missing 2 items now. Mirror and lights.
And you didn't really need to do this weird hunt for it. It was actually really early into logic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't know, especially when you know that ZL's gonna be pretty late, and you have the dead hand hint, I really wouldn't have hated coming into the well in your like child 1 or 2. You can't full clear it, but like even just being able to see that like the big chests under the water are or aren't anything helps a lot.
And having that well hint was double hint was really nice. Because it means that Sprout will spend a lot less time in here.
Yeah, it just makes the well even faster. Like, that's the slowest chunk of the well. Is, like, climbing to and... or, like, crawling back to and crawling out of the dead hand area, so...
And now to pick up Requiem plus Strength 2. It'd be faster if you used Ins, but okay.
I'm gonna trust Bro. I didn't see a key that he didn't pick up to skip that basement chest.
Well, there was only like the hinted key and the.
I guess did he blow up the? Did he blow up the rubble like behind the Skulltula? Because I have 100% not blown that up, and then that's been my 3rd key, and I've screwed up seeds from that. But...
Well, I mean, you could still peek it from below.
Yeah.
When you have ZL.
I didn't notice if he did that, but like I said, I'll trust Bro. He's a very, very good player, so I believe he counted his keys correctly. There's a Requiem.
Ugh.
Oh, Jimbo did the cool Furor's trick where you don't have to kill the tentacles because you they didn't talk to Rudo. Broke getting his nuts on.
Yes. They're probably gonna do like the first 2 checks in Child Spirit.
Yeah, I think I'm personally always of the opinion that like if you have Spirit as like a known to do dungeon in your child and you have the ability to do Child Spirit, you should just do it. It's not that slow, and like it feels very punishing if you have if you're hard required to do it and you skip it at a point.
Oh, yep, it looks like Jimbo got the right timing. There's the key. It's vanilla.
Two keys.
Nice. That's always very handy for Spirit Temple.
Yeah, getting the early keys and like knowing that you can kind of like spend or save keys a little bit more efficiently is just nice. Also, because of the peak that broke. Actually, I know Jimbo did the peak. I didn't see if Bro saw it, but we know the boss key is on the child hand. Which Bro actually doesn't have long shot to get, so he's gonna have to go the kind of shitty way through the sunblock room to get that. Jimbo getting the nice boomerang trick that Bro hit earlier.
Yep.
Both
Looks like
players have been
going into Shadow Temple now.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a full clearable shadow, so. Both players have been playing very well. Their execution's been like top notch from both of them all game. I don't think I've seen like a single trick that they've basically missed.
Speaking of which, give it one more slice, and I could say this.
So,
Clean Baronade fight.
yeah, that was very pretty.
Oh yes, Bro's kind of low on health right now. Only the 2 hearts. 3 now. The first small key being in map chest. Kind of nice. And Jimbo heading back adult, as expected.
Yep.
To get his ZL.
Yeah, so Bro has a pretty obvious like set of plays right in front of him. He's pretty much in dungeon mode now. He's just gonna go shadows probably straight into spirit. If he finds his mirror shield, he's pretty much just in glow mode, and will probably just rush straight through the 3 dungeons to get to the Ganon hint. Jimbo, on the other hand, still kind of needs to find his way into the well at some point, but he also has a long shot that he knows.
Long shot was in GTG. It was one of the chests in the maze.
Yeah, I think it was like the 3 key locked check. Might have been like 4. So it was enough that he could get it his first time in, but Bro just like didn't full clear GTG when he was over there. But
It was it's 4, logically 6.
yeah, so Bro does have his Furor's win there, but he's gonna get distracted by the progression dungeons in front of him for a bit.
Oh, it looks like, yeah, we might get a well play from Jimbo as well.
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely setting up for Dampe time at least, which makes me think he might just full clear this area while he's there.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. It's basically just down to finding that mirror shield and finding where the light arrows are. So with the latter, we can wait until we hit Ganon's castle.
Yeah, there's still some spice left in this seed, potentially, given the potential light arrow hint, and mirror is basically a casino.
Yep.
With nothing really pointing towards it either way. I would think that... To me, it feels more like Mirror Shield might just be in Shadow here.
It could be.
But I don't think there's anything that you can even read from the hints to say. Oh no, Jimbo.
Well, say goodbye to that then.
Yeah, it's an understandable play to just push. I mean, he knows he has Spirit in front of him. He has a big chest in GTG that's
never
locked
mind.
behind
He's
turn
going
2.
to Spirit now.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Bro's
definitely
also
the safer
is
play.
low on health again. This time he's on 3/4.
Yeah.
So if he voids by accident, which is not very likely, he will die.
Yeah. There's a couple, there's
Oh.
a heart drop on the pot behind the chest up here, so he can always get that too.
Oh, never mind. You were right. Mirror Shield's right there.
Boom. I'm so smart. It just kind of felt like one of those seeds that was going to just kind of have everything in front of you after it baited you around with the AD a little bit. But, yeah, we can still get a couple potentially spicy light arrow locations, but I think for the most part the seed is solved at this point.
Yep.
We have basically 2 dungeons still. 1.5 dungeons to just accidentally run into light arrows too.
Oh. Yeah, that Stalfos was being mean.
Yeah, that boomerang throw is stupid sometimes. Like, sometimes I feel like it takes such a wide arc, and other times it just doesn't. It's confusing to me, and I don't like it.
Fair enough.
But
I just want to see what Jimbo does after.
Yeah.
After getting both wall keys and Spirit. Oh!
Really? That didn't work? Jimbo's getting hosed. Oh, Jimbo's on half a heart. He can't void here. I don't know if he's paying attention to that. I'm assuming he has the low health sound, but...
Yep, he's gonna have to play it very, very carefully. Especially with that spike trap. But I do know that particular pod is actually a health drop. Oh, nope. It looks like Jimbo's gonna be missing out on Dins.
That is so unfortunate. I understand it, like you have this dungeon in front of you, but it just feels bad. Yeah, I don't know when he goes back there.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go through Spirit here. Or not
GTG.
through Spirit.
It looks like Broad's health is back to normal now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does have his firmware stuff and stuff. I always forget every single door in this maze counts as like its own room, so the furores actually works. Like deeper into the maze. I always think it's gonna put me like at the beginning of the maze, so I just always drop it there as opposed to like deeper in the maze.
There's a bottle in shadow. Cool.
So,
I'd still check like the last 3 checks in shadow.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't
too.
believe that Brute has a boss key quite yet, but like, there's also the potential of light arrows being deep in shadow.
Yeah. It's one of those things I would think about, like maybe dropping furores if I didn't have it somewhere else, and come back to shadow if I need it. But I think this is just that you full clear this and then go to spirit.
Oh. Oh, it's a claim check.
Yeah.
There's only for 1 key in there. But
Yeah, that's all I needed though. So. It's actually probably best case scenario too, because I think that makes toilet a key. So this is the full clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
The last bomb bag. Nice.
No, that's awful. Yeah, Jimbo feels bad about that. But... That's just unfortunate. I mean, anytime you like see a big chest, I want to push for it because it's something you know is an item versus things you don't know if they're going to be items or not. But just unfortunate that that was a dead item. Yeah, but what are you doing?
It looks like Jimbo's doing the
Yeah.
rest of DMC.
Yeah, he's actually playing off the claim check, which I don't hate, because I don't think we've seen a big around him. It's a sometimes in these. Yeah, it's a sometimes in these settings, and I don't think we've seen it this seed, so. I actually don't mind this. I like playing off your advantage, and if he thinks that he is advantaged by having this claim check, I think checking it early is good. Plus you have these 2 fairy fountains, it's not like you're like going out of your way for a single check, it's 3 checks, which makes it better. TLDR is it was AD for ZL. Our early path hints all kind of pointed towards the Jabu items to full clear Jabu for ZL, and now we are in a casino for nothing, I guess. Mirror Shield is just in Shadow, Long Shot is in GTG. We're just missing lights, but we have everything to get to the Ganon hint, so...
There's the second magic.
Yeah, Jimbo's finding items, they're just not anything useful, really.
That was a vanilla magic, too. So I'm pretty sure it was just Way the Hero for Rose letter.
Yeah.
Because neither magic locks each other.
Yeah.
But the Rang locks one of the magics.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fair. I was trying to think of the ZL logic with the magic, but magic didn't actually lock ZL at any point, so it was all after the ZL.
Yeah, letter for ZL to get Requiem.
Yeah. So, we don't even know if Spirit is child locked yet. We're assuming it is off those 2 keys, but I mean, logically it's required. But yeah, so Brute is literally just gonna full clear Spirit, go beat Water. Jimbo, unfortunately, really hard stranding this Dins and well.
Yep.
We get into oh no territory really fast if he starts going towards ice. Because unfortunately we know he's not going to find his mirror shield in here either.
I mean, as long as you can get like the double hint for well, that makes it a lot easier to just dip into well before you get ZL.
Yeah.
You may have to come back in if it's a big chest, but if not, you can just leave.
Yeah, that's why I was a little surprised that neither runner ended up going into the well early, just because of that. Like, you have the double hint that kills the dead hand items, and then you can just peek the 2 other ZL locked things, so it just seems weird to me to not have gone into the well early.
Yep.
Jimbo getting that nice little hover on the floating silver ruby, that's just a fun little... Yeah, so we were just hard child locked out of Spirit too, which is...
Oh. Both a small key and a big chest there.
Yep.
It won't be the long shot, but it will be something. Another one.
I was gonna say, we're running out of kind of like bait items too, actually. But, yeah, Broat still needs to find his long shot too, actually. I keep forgetting about that, but it is just in GTG, so there's a chance he gets pulled away from it if he decides to do something, but having his Furroars there, it makes it feel like that might be his first place to go.
Spirit is kind of loaded. Look at all these big chests. There's the light arrows. That puts Rote in go mode now.
He's still missing long shot.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That, whereas for Jimbo, he's
It's
also missing
no
something.
mode for us.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
no mode.
It's no mode for us. Jimbo's
There's
missing the Dins, which will then lead to his mirror.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimbo's missing item is just, I think, significantly worse at this point than what Broke's missing is.
Yeah. Because Broke can go back into GTG after finishing up Spirit, but with Jimbo, it's going to be really hard for him to get back into well.
Oh no, Jimbo. Oh, don't do it, buddy.
He's doing bow crap.
Jimbo, no.
Let's go. We got this. Bow crap. Let's go. We got this.
Jimbo, this is the Philadelphia Flyers strat of Ocarina of Time randomizer. You can't do this. This is garbage.
It's actually better in these settings than they were a few years back because fast push pushing.
The fast push, but
it's still pretty crap.
It hurts.
The first time we get to see bow crap. Well, I wouldn't say the first on Restream, but the first time today. Probably, maybe even just the first time this season.
Get himself off the ledge too.
He. All he needs to do is light up one. There we go. Hopefully he's not doing the other one after.
No, there's no way you do that. I mean, he has long shot too, so he can check the hand from the other side, and I think you just hope that Sunroom is your last small key. Oh, Tofile, don't do it like that. That's messed up. Oh no, Jimbo. Oh god.
But it just pains me that all these path hints are pointing directly towards getting ZL.
Yeah, the path hints were... I would actually say the path hints in this seed were, like, kinda nice. In a weird way. Like, yeah, all of it just pointed to you getting your AD ZL, but, like, Domain and Fortress are also two pretty bad locations to go, unless they, are hinted. So, like, it gave us direction to find the items that we needed. It was just the items that we needed were stupid. The only hint that was really bad was just the SFM for Nocturne one. Like, anytime you get Nocturne hinted and you just know you have to do ZL, or you have to do Shadow, it just feels bad. But...
We just have to hope that Broat actually goes back to GGG, because there's no point in going into Water Temple, because it's foolish.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna have to, like, he's gonna have to realize that, like, oh, that was a big item there anyway, and there's a lot of checks there that I can do. Like, I think it's the smartest place to go right after Spirit.
Oh my god, is he actually doing this?
Yeah, he's double potioning. This is ridiculous.
This is even worse than the one with Armos.
Yeah. I mean, I think this trick is definitely cooler than the one with the Armos, but yeah,
it's trickier to pull off.
It's definitely harder to pull off.
Looks like he didn't get it.
Yeah, the timing on this gets kind of weird. I think it's, I don't think it's frame perfect, but I think it's a few frames. Because you have to be low enough to hit the flame, but not so low that
he got it, but he got punished for it.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of just unfortunately been the seed for Jimbo, is he's doing it, it's just punishment. Yeah, both were dead items, both weren't even keys or anything, which is unfortunate. One positive for Jimbo is he will be able to climb up to Spirit and just drop the furrows up top, because he doesn't need it anywhere else right now. My biggest fear for Jimbo is that he's going to go to Ice before he goes back Child, and that's just going to add more and more time.
Yep.
The one bailout is, I guess, if Ice has Song of Time and you need that for Water Boss Key or something.
Come on, Twin Rova. Please don't be trolling. Okay, this is actually a pretty good one. Because yes, Twin Rova is easily the longest boss fight in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. It's one of the coolest fights they designed, but the dead time between their shots is just very annoying as a runner.
Yep. And the most consistent way of knowing when they're gonna shoot is when one of them is either on or past a pillar.
Jimbo is preluding. He's going Child. Is this... No, Jimbo, no! Do what you're doing! No, Jimbo! Jimbo, no! Damn it, Jimbo!
He's just all over the place.
Jimbo, why?
Jimbo,
This is Ice now. He was on the right path, man. This is an Ice play. Yeah.
This is sadly one of those seats where you don't rush Ice, lest you be punished.
Yeah. Again, the only thing that might make this okay is if it's Song of Time and you require that to get through water. But that is such an unlikely situation given what we have for the seed right now, so... Nice little swag strat to get past the waterfall. We don't need to KZ skip because we already turned the letter in, which is nice. In all honesty, this isn't even a bad play. You do get the checks in the fountain, which are...
Wait! Strength 3 on Twin Rova!
Oh, it's always... Yeah, it's always in Spirit. I couldn't even tell what that was when it spawned. I thought it was another shield, and I was really confused. But... He didn't need to pick that up. Why did he pick that up? I was like, oh, maybe we need that for strength, for lights, but we already have the lights. Bro, why'd you pick that up? It was time loss, man.
This is GTG. He's got FW and GTG, so...
Yeah, no, he's gonna... For Roy's here, he'll grab his long shot and he'll just be and go. So.
Yep.
But content is slow, Virgil. Content is slow. We gotta go fast here. This is a race. It's a qualifier. We gotta speed up. We gotta get with it. I do appreciate the content. That's I'll let that one go. Alright, well, at least we'll get to see some blue fire arrow usage from Jimbo here.
Yep.
Yeah, the problem is, like, the hint logic in this seed is so hard to read because everything's just behind ZL. Like... Actually, I don't remember the full... I don't remember the full key layout for Spirit, but Spirit must be ZL locked somewhere. Oh, it's just because, yeah, like, the ZL locks Requiem. Yeah, so, like, Rudo's is for Jabu completion to get ZL to get Requiem, and Requiem is required because of the key layout for Child. So.
Almost getting it. Nice!
That's such a swag backflip. I'm shocked that that works. So cool.
Oh my gosh, more bait.
Jimbo's found, like, Jimbo's found so many items on his path, and just none of them are useful. That's our first slick shot. Holy shit. Okay.
Classic.
This is brutal. This is very sad. Jimbo's played really well. It's literally like the one decision to just not go into the well that has haunted him.
Yep.
Yeah, there's really not much to say. Both runners have played really well.
It's just that Broach routing definitely paid off more.
So.
Oh! Jimbo being bullied.
Oh, come on. Isn't that bad enough?
It's just rubbing salt into the wound.
Yeah. Here we go, Baroque's about to get his long shot with these extra keys that he's pulled. Dead.
That is go mode for Broach.
Yep. Yeah, so this is really just going to come down to how bad is the water boss key.
It looks like Jimbo is going back child now.
Yeah, I think this is probably the well for him. It's just like the most likely densest location.
It's Din's Ferry first, the one in Hyrule Castle.
Damn it, Jimbo, just go to the well. God, this guy. It's fair. I mean, he's been thorough. He's been thorough the whole scene, like with where he's been going and whatnot. So, always just brutal. When like your one location is the one that you skip.
Well, we know which chest doesn't have the boss key. Then, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's true. It does kind of mean that without Song of Time, it'll be interesting to see if Bro tries to do Dragon early.
You probably would have to.
Yeah. It's just one of the things you don't necessarily think about. Like, I always think of River and Dragon as being Song of Time locked, but they're not. Well,
Yeah.
Dragon isn't. I'm always an early Dragon aficionado anyway.
It's certainly easier coming in from River.
Alright, Jimbo.
Bomb 2 bowling.
Yep.
And it looks like Richard, too. They haven't really done Night Market at all.
Yeah, I was actually just thinking that. I was like, have we even seen a Richard from either of these guys? But... Where do we think this boss is going to end up? I think this is one of the worst feelings in a race as a runner, is like, you're in your last dungeon and you're just looking for a boss key, and it just keeps not showing up. It's like nothing else you need, just... Jimbo, you must have seen this hint, right? Oh, actually, he doesn't have dins, so he probably just needs a fire source. Yeah, that makes sense. If it's on, like, Wasteland, it's a nightmare if you don't pick up fire arrows, so
Yeah.
I get this play from his perspective. After I give him shit for it, but...
It's not vanilla BK, it is in fact another bow!
Yay. Brooke just wasting all the time picking up random items that aren't going to help him. He's in go mode. What is he looking for? It's the content, clearly.
I just love it when, whenever Jimbo picks up an item, it's like the game over sound.
That's probably how he's feeling at this point, too. Just every item he picks up that's not a Dins or...
Yep.
Compass Chest second skipper is never punished. Ridiculous. Yeah, and here's the push to Dragon, so he was thinking about the Song of Time logic at least, but... It's like the one thing that could actually trip you up is if you're just not thinking about doing this check early. Let's see if Dragon Chest is...
Yes, it is.
Hey. See, early Dragon. Always phase out. Alright, so this is just Brink for Orzing. Gonna kill Morpha. And then we'll get a climb. So he's probably gonna finish in... like... 8 or 9 minutes, is my guess? Well, actually, we have like the 15-minute water... the temple beating cutscenes, so we'll be here for another 25 minutes.
Yeah, about that. I'm gonna not say anything until Broad's finished.
Yeah.
The Morpha dying part is still in, but...
Oh, did they speed up that cutscene too? Have I just not noticed that?
You'll see in a minute.
Okay. I might just be blind and dumb. Yeah, if these guys keep taking all these cutscenes out, when am I ever gonna get, like, my mid-run breathers? Like...
See? Cut it through. That long cutscene between going through the portal and, you know, ending up in Lake Hylia, or wherever it is.
That's so lame. What am I supposed to do now? That was my, like, one thing to complain about, was the 20 minutes of Water Temple cutscenes. Lame. All these people taking out all my breathing time. No, that's awesome. They've been,
The reason why I noticed that one was because I did that first. It's like, yeah, that's new.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be just like one of those things that I just didn't notice the few times that I play it. I've been playing a lot less, so like, things just,
Game over.
Bro getting the little equip swapping on his back walk out. Jimbo, just jump in the well. Throw yourself down in the well. I mean, it makes sense, you want to check the quick thing before you go into a full dungeon, but yeah.
Even though chickens was hinted. And Broad's just making his way all the way up to Ganon.
Yep. Got a few minutes left on this climb, and then what we can only imagine is going to probably be, given how good Broad is, a fairly clean Ganon. So, his execution has been something to really watch. Like, all of his fights have been really clean. Very impressive run from him so far.
All right. Since 15 minutes have passed, I think we should say one of the results right now, with Sponge finishing with a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes, and 1 second.
Yeah.
So about 3 minutes ago. Well.
Yeah. I guess
if you remove the restraint, the delay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Sponge is killing it. 05:01 finish. Bro entering into the Ganon fight.
Oh no. Jimbo, please. Please. Thank you.
Jimbo's just trying to dodge this Dins with all his might, man.
He's got it now.
Yeah, there it is. That's gonna feel real bad, unfortunately, but...
He's looking for Mirror Shield now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just one of the seeds. Like, Jimbo hasn't even played bad. He just dodged the one area that he needed to go. Yeah, Jimbo just finishing up this well, and I imagine he's gonna dip straight into Shadow as soon as he gets out of here.
Alright, first phase down for Ganon.
Yep.
For Broat.
Very clean fight so far from Bro.
Indubitably. Right. One more slash or crouch stab, and bam.
Yeah.
Ganon is on his knees, twitching his nose as Zelda bakes him up with a ray of light.
I've just like never noticed that his nose twitches that aggressively. How many times have I played this game and I've just never paid attention that much to like.
It's like his nose is detached from his face.
Yeah.
All right. Official finish time for Broat is 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Yep.
And
Very
it looks
solid.
like Jimbo has forfeit shortly after.
Yep. So Bro actually took second place, just behind Sponge. A very, very good run from him. Unfortunately, Bro is German, so it's super late at night for him, so he declined an interview.
Jimbo's also declined, as far as I know.
Yeah.
For a different reason, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Thank you again to both of our fantastic runners. This was a really good race to watch. Jimbo, unfortunately, just having the one little hiccup with the well. Brute played incredibly. Jimbo's execution was really good. This was a fun one to watch. So go give them both a follow. They're both very entertaining people. Great runners. And then thanks again to our trackers today, Veva, Virgil Dante, and Mayra or Maraba. And then thank you, Lee Harold, for commentating with me today.
No problem.
It was a good time. I'm Pirate2366. This is Lee Harold or Alpha Mario X. There is qualifier number 4
tomorrow.
For SGL. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central European. We are still slightly unsure if there's going to be a restream for that. But if there is, check it out on one of the SGL channels. So.
And hopefully it's not another AD seed, because I'm getting kind of sick of it.
What are you talking about? That's the trick. It's always an AD seed. That's the glitch of this tournament this year. Thank you, Chuckles. You're pretty cool yourself. So, yeah.
I just want a bit more
variety
rather than just all dungeons for each of the seeds.
Yeah. All right. But thank you all for watching. Without an audience, these streams would not be nearly as entertaining or as much fun. So thank you all for watching. We'll hopefully catch you tomorrow for Qual 4, 11 a.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central European. Thanks, everyone, and have a great night.